Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that literally all of us face at one point or another, the dreaded motivation trap. You know that feeling, right? Well, we're going to explore exactly how taking small steps actually builds massive success. We'll look at why taking immediate, even completely imperfect action is the ultimate game changer that separates the people who just dream about their goals from the people who actually crush them. So if you've ever felt totally stuck waiting for the stars to align or the perfect moment to begin, you're in exactly the right place.
Let's be completely honest with each other for a second. Have you ever told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? I mean, we've all been there. We've all fallen into this super relatable trap. And in the moment, it feels totally harmless, doesn't it? It feels like we're just cutting ourselves some slack, giving ourselves a quick 24-hour pass. But as our source material points out, that one little phrase is actually the starting line for an incredibly dangerous cycle of putting our lives on hold.
Because here's what happens. The second we accept that quote-unquote harmless delay, we step right onto a slippery slope. Point one is just tomorrow. Okay, no big deal. But tomorrow very easily bleeds into point two, next week. And then before you even realize what's happening, you're at point three, looking at next month. And eventually you hit point four, next year. One single delayed day just snowballs into an entirely lost year, simply because the habit of waiting becomes way easier than the initial friction of just starting. Which brings us to a really profound truth. The biggest dream killer isn't failure, it is procrastination. Think about it. We spend so much mental energy terrified of failing, worried that our absolute best just won't be good enough. But failure isn't the enemy. Failure actually gives us data. It's a learning experience. The real enemy is doing absolutely nothing at all. Procrastination quietly suffocates our dreams without ever even giving them a fighting chance to breathe.
Okay, let's dive into this, because procrastination isn't just about things taking a little longer to get done. There is very real, very tangible cost to this delay. We are actively losing things of massive value every single time we put off those small steps we know we need to take.
Now, losing time and losing opportunities might seem pretty obvious. We all know our time is finite. But I really want to focus in on those last two, confidence and momentum. Because every single time you delay an important task, you are essentially breaking a small promise to yourself. And over time, that erosion of self-trust completely destroys your confidence. You lose the momentum that could have easily carried you forward. Procrastination literally drains the internal fuel you need to succeed. To really ground this concept, let's look at a hypothetical scenario. Let's call it a tale of two paths. We're going to track two equally talented people over the exact same period of time, just one single year.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core issue here. On one path, we have someone who starts today. They're making small, maybe even kind of messy daily progress. On the other path, we have someone with the exact same amount of raw talent, but they just sit there. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect setup, that magical lightning bolt of inspiration.
Fast forward 365 days. What happened? Well, the path rooted in action resulted in built skills, real-world experience, and a massive boost in confidence. But the path rooted in waiting? It just resulted in a person who is still making excuses. The ultimate determining factor here absolutely was not talent. Their talent was exactly the same. The differentiator wasn't innate ability, it was simply the act of doing. So, to get on that path of action, we need a fundamental mindset shift. Discipline over motivation. For years, we've been sold this complete myth that we need to feel a massive surge of motivation before we can take action. But highly successful people know that relying on motivation is a total trap, because motivation is just a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes. The reality is, you have to build discipline. Look, planning feels super productive, right? Our brains get this quick, feel-good hit of dopamine just by thinking about success. But without actual execution, it's just a sophisticated form of procrastination. Successful people take consistent action even when they really don't feel like it. They don't wait around for motivation to strike. They literally shape their future through consistency. They let their actions drive their feelings, not the other way around. We have got to completely deconstruct this myth of the perfect time. Honestly, there is no perfectly clear schedule. There is no flawlessly aligned set of circumstances waiting for you out there. The true definition of the perfect time is simply the exact moment you decide to begin. All the power you need is entirely in your immediate choice to just start. Which brings us to a highly practical, really exciting part of this explainer. We've talked all about the problem, so now let's introduce the immediate, real-world solution to this procrastination trap. We call it the 10-minute challenge.
I want you to focus purely on this one micro step. 10. Just 10 minutes. Investing just 10 minutes today pushes you infinitely closer to your goals than waiting for some completely free afternoon that, let's face it, is probably never going to come. It lowers the barrier to entry so much that your brain literally can't make up an excuse not to do it. This is exactly how small, deliberate steps build true, lasting success.
Okay, so here are your immediate instructions. Step 1. Choose one important task you have been avoiding. Come on, you already know what it is. It probably popped right into your head the second I said it. Step 2. Work on it for just 10 minutes, right now. Don't even worry about finishing it. Seriously, just give it 10 minutes of focused effort. Remember, small actions, repeated every single day, are exactly what create extraordinary results. Real quick before we conclude our explainer today, our source material encourages you to subscribe to Think Rise. If you want to keep breaking those bad habits, if you want to keep growing, succeeding, and becoming the absolute best version of yourself, seeking out more powerful lessons just like this one is a fantastic daily discipline to build. So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative challenge. What is one important task you are going to do for 10 minutes right now? The perfect time is this exact moment. Stop waiting, start doing, and I promise you, your future self is going to thank you for it. Get to work.